welcome to an episode of Cooking with JK. My name is Geo, and today I will be making ice cream sandwich cake. And I'm not gonna try to stand here in front like I know how to cook or even what this room means. All I know is that that's a stove and that's about it. So I'm going to teach you one of my favorite recipes for people that don't know how to cook for shit. The way I came across this recipe, so a bunch of us JK people, we like to get together on the weekends and we like to host different potlucks. And if you know what a potluck is, that means you're invited to someone's house, but the thing is you have to bring your dish. You have to bring a dish that you either buy or that you make. And at this particular one, I think it was at Casey and Tiff's place, everyone was making something. And I didn't want to be that guy that was gonna bring chips or just bring drinks. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make something. So I'm a big fan of Pinterest, and it's the worst thing that you guys can get on because it's like a dark black hole of just amazing DIY stuff. So I was on Pinterest and I'm like, what can I cook that is gonna be easy, no bake, no talent, no skill? And I came across ice cream sandwich cake that required nothing but simple ingredients. You just go to a store, buy it, put it together, bam, you're done.
So is it safe to say that this is the second time you're making this?
So it is safe to say that this is literally the second time I've ever made this recipe. So the recipe is super simple. I'm not gonna stand here and talk about measurements because I don't know what the fuck they mean. All I know is that it calls for a big tub of Cool Whip, and I just got the 16-ounce one because I'm like, I'd rather have extra than not have enough. And then a bunch of Reese's peanut butter cups for topping, and then I guess the in-between layers. And then some salted caramel, tomato. Anyway, salted caramel to kind of coat it and give it some sort of texture. I don't know, I'm making this shit up as I go. Seriously, I am. And then hot fudge. Both of these cans are like 12 ounces. And then 24 ice cream sandwiches. Again, I'm not making shit. This is already made. I'm just gonna put this as the base of my cake. So, this is just how I do shit. Just gotta dump it all out. And then you kind of like Tetris it, you know? You gotta see how it's gonna fit. So this already, to me, just by eyeballing it, it already looks like this is probably gonna be the best fit since I only have 24 pieces. So that kind of rules this guy out. So that's the first lesson for all my people out there that don't cook just like me. And you have to individually unwrap it. You don't put anything in it yet. This is like the annoying part. Normally you want to wash this after you do it, but it's alright. What happens in the kitchen stays in the kitchen. So if I ever come to your party and I make this, I would probably suggest you not eat it because I probably didn't wash the dish that it comes in. But yeah, I really like it just because it kind of shows that you know what you're doing when you really don't know what you're doing at all. And then when people cut into it, it has like so many cool layers that you're just like, everyone's really impressed because they think like, wow, how did you get that cookie layer in between, like that chocolate cookie layer? And you just gotta lie, and you just gotta be like, you know what, this is an old recipe from way back in the day. You know, I can't give it away, but if you would like, you know, you can pay me and I can make it for your next birthday party. Or something like that, I don't know. Maybe you can charge like 60 bucks. Because you gotta think, alright, it costs, I think these ingredients cost about, this is so stupid, but it costs about 30 bucks. And that's including the dish. And it doesn't make any sense now that I think about it, because I think I can get a better looking cake for about 25. But it's alright, you know, it's the fact that people know that you made this. And by making, it's literally unwrapping these sandwiches and then laying them down. So this is kind of what it looks like right now. But yeah, I think 60 bucks is doable. It's kind of in a price range where it just doesn't make sense why you would want to pay 60 bucks when you can get something that looks a lot better for 25, like I mentioned. So they probably won't be like, yeah, let's do it. So it'll deter them from asking you to make it for them. Ice cream sandwiches do come in different flavors. I am So I really try to think of all the people that I'm gonna cater to. So for example, I don't like chocolate, so personally, I don't even eat this cake. Once I make it, I don't even eat it because it's not appetizing for me. But I know a lot of people do enjoy chocolate, and vanilla is kind of like that safe ice cream, so I just stick to what I know works. And I try not to mess with a good thing. I swear, it gets easier than this. I think this is the hardest part of the recipe, and I recommend it for all my college students or just people that just don't feel like cooking shit. It looks really fancy. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands so you can see I wash my hands. Alright, so now the first layer is done, and I kind of ghetto-fied it, and I made it fit, so I kind of Tetrised it a little bit. Which is fine because we're gonna use the whipped cream to kind of bring everything together. So the whipped cream kind of acts like egg. Because you know how like when you cook, I do know a little bit about cooking, but that's like the only thing. If you want things to like stick, you use egg. That's all I know. All right, now we're gonna put some Cool Whip, and we're just gonna make the first layer. So this is kind of gonna be like the in-between layer. So this is like the like that cream layer, but it's cooler because it's whipped cream. And don't make the mistake that I did the first time I made this. I didn't let the Cool Whip thaw, so it was like this hard rock. It doesn't spread the way it's spreading now. Since I had that little mishap, I learned that your microwave has a pretty cool setting for thawing shit. So hey, I'm proud of myself. I used some sort of kitchen appliance. And you kind of want to make it a little bit presentable because people do like just kind of remember that people should want to eat your stuff, so try not to be too sloppy with stuff. So I do take pride in making things look edible and presentable, so I want to like even it out and make it look kind of pretty. Like I did care about what I was making. So here's the first layer. Done. I mean, you can get a little bit, I don't know, more extreme and add a little bit more whipped cream, just so that when they cut it, it just like oozes out everywhere. All right, look at that. I look like I kind of know what I'm doing. All right, so now we're gonna take some caramel, whatever, and you're just gonna like let it go all over the place. And the more distance there is between, oh my god, this is horrible, between you and the actual, where you're trying to layer it, or the actual layer, the better, so it can be stringy and not what's happening right now where it's like super chunky. Hold on, there we go. That's the effect you want to get. There it is. But you can get as caramely as you want, because you can't go wrong with these ingredients. It's like the perfect pairing. You can get a little bit artsy here. All right, I think that's good. I'm all about balance. I don't like that these things are here. So it kind of looked like this. So I'm just gonna spread it out a little bit, just so it kind of blends. So when everyone gets a piece of this, they have like the perfect amount of caramel to whipped cream. All right, and I kind of just spread it around a little bit. Doesn't look very pretty yet, but it will, trust me, it will. All right, then you get some hot fudge. I honestly do not know the difference between chocolate syrup and fudge. So if you guys know what the difference is between these, please let me know, because I am completely lost. But from the looks of it, syrup is more spreadable. It's not as thick. I don't know. Can you help me? Alright, let me see. And this one, I'm not gonna mix it in as much because it's not mixing. There we go. But you can put as much, or if you don't want it, you don't have to either. But it just looks fancier with all these different colors in it. Alright, that looks like it's cool. So it's kind of like, it creates like this marble effect for the first layer. And now, if you haven't guessed it, we do the last layer, and that's gonna be the last set of 12. Would I ever make this from scratch? Yeah, why not? No, I shouldn't even front. It's a nice thought. It definitely is a nice thought, and I'm sure that it would feel satisfying to know that I didn't have to buy anything. But no, I don't think I'll ever do it. It's just a waste of time. I would make ice cream from scratch. I have an ice cream maker, but I don't even know if that counts. I will teach my future kids how to make all these things so that I can have them cook for me. And I'll be like, you have to learn how to cook. Everyone knows how to cook. Okay, second and last layer done. There you go. And then you add your last layer of Cool Whip, of the whipping cream, or whipped cream. And then you spread it again. You want to cover up all four corners so that they can't ever tell that it's ice cream sandwiches, because then you're going to give away the big secret. So make sure to cover all those corners. Don't ever tell anyone how you made this cake, or else they're never going to be impressed by your cooking. So just lie and fake it until you make it. So now the top layer of your cake is complete, and then you kind of repeat the same process of the caramel and the fudge, but this time you don't want to be as sloppy as the first time. So let's see if I can make it better this time. And it's coming out all right, I guess. I should have got the squeeze bottle kind. All right, modification to this recipe, definitely go for the squeeze bottles, because then it'll look a lot more presentable than this thing that I'm doing right now. But it's not that bad. I wonder what all the people that actually know how to cook think about what I'm making right now. I'm so sorry that I am like botching up such a beautiful art form. Alright, I think that's cool. I'm probably not gonna put fudge on here just because, I don't know, I'm not really feeling the brown on top. Still want it to kind of look pretty. This looks like shit. Alright, and you kind of just drizzle the caramel on top. Now, last but not least, you can add nuts to the top of it, or you can add what I'm about to do, Reese's peanut butter cups. And you just layer that on top just to kind of make it look a little bit fancy. I don't even have fancy knives. That's how little I cook. I got these from like IKEA, like years back. So you just want to chop them up. It doesn't have to be really pretty. I mean, again, it's still kind of presentable. You don't have to be all a fancy chopper. But I mean, if you take pride on your chopping, then go ahead and knock yourself out. But I think just cutting it in like segments of 3 or 4, that should suffice. It doesn't look like shit. Or if you want to crumble it, I think that would be pretty cool too. But I feel like this is the fastest way to do it.
What's the technique for crumbling?
I don't know the technique for crumbling, but if I had to assume, I would be like this. I don't know. Oh, I think this thing. Oh, there you go. You learn something new every day. And then you just smash it between your fingers. But keep in mind, I've left these out in the car for a little bit, so they're a lot softer. Whoa, this looks really cool. Thank you, Casey, for asking me what the crumbling technique is, because now this is way cooler. What the heck? Why was I using a knife? Dude, this crumbling thing is sick. No, dude. Definitely crumble. Another modification to this recipe. Crumble all the Reese's pieces. Just smash them between your fingers. It's a lot of fun. And it actually looks pretty cool. I'm actually gonna get this one. Alright, last Reese's pieces. I think I used like maybe 6 so far on this thing. And am I done? Wait, there's like a little hole here. I want it to be balanced. I don't want any like gaps anywhere. Dude, Dude, watch, wait till you guys see this. It's gonna look like I really knew what I was doing this whole time. All right, done. And I'm done, look at this. The crumble effect to the rescue. And then you're gonna put it in the freezer for maybe like 30 minutes, just so that everything can solidify and get a little bit harder, so that when you do cut your first slice, everything is together like a cake. All right, so now you gotta put it in the freezer for about like 30 minutes, like half an hour. You gotta make sure there's room in your freezer. I wish you guys could see my freezer because it's full of ice cream that nobody ever eats. All right, so 30 minutes, let it solidify. All right, so it's been 30 minutes, and as you can see, everything has set. Now it's time for the reveal, and hopefully I didn't mess it all up. So let's see. You gotta cut it, but you gotta cut it very softly since this is an aluminum. Oh fuck, I think I went through it already. It's like an aluminum can. Oh man, I think I keep going through it. Oh well. You don't wanna do what I'm doing. All right, the ultimate reveal. Did I fail or did I not? Now this is also the tricky part, cause you gotta get it all out. Shit, I think I already messed it. Hey, not bad. All right, here we go. Here is my ice cream sandwich cake. And you can't really tell that it came from ice cream sandwiches. Look at that. Bam! Wait, I sound like Bart now, but all right, here we go. Dude, look at all this. Look at this. It's perfect. It's perfect because I have nothing to do with the ingredients. I highly recommend it for all of you guys that don't cook. It comes out looking amazing. People are gonna be like, what? You made that? You'll be like, I did. So yeah, that's it. Now you guys can go home and in like 20 minutes or an hour, because you gotta let it set for 30 minutes, you can have your very own ice cream sandwich cake. If you guys would like to watch more of these videos where you get to know us, go ahead and click right over here. This was actually really damn good. Not even mad at it.